Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Henri-Vine Fishing. I've been getting a lot of questions of how I locate my fishing locations. As some of you who've already watched my channel, you guys probably noticed that I've been fishing a lot in creeks. I like to find those big fish in those little creeks. And what I like to do during the winter times when it's frozen over here in the province of Quebec, I like to look on Google Maps. And I like to try to find some water outlets, some little brooks that empty into smaller rivers or creeks. And I like to find these creeks that empty into bigger waterways, like bigger rivers. So I'm going to demonstrate exactly what I do. But I'm going to be trying looking at a river that I've never been to in my life. It's in the province of New Brunswick. It's called the Barnaby River. I don't even know the species of fish. I'm not using any river near my place because I don't want to give away all the spots around where I lived. So that's why I'm using this river. And so let's get on the hunt for some fishing spots. So I'm starting here. This is the Barnaby River in New Brunswick. And if you look at it, it's a very small creek, exactly like the ones I like to find on my YouTube channel. Right here, I'm beginning here. You see how there's like a little creek here that goes into the river. That here, just to begin with, is what the fish like. So you have some current here. There's always going to be a nice drop-off point. If you look carefully, you can see the sand here in the water. That's what I like to look at. There's a little waterfall or something here. So a lot of predator fish are going to wait around here where the current is weaker, and they're going to go and get those little bait fish. I like to scroll. Another thing I like to look for before going is, you see that it looks like here there's a fallen tree in the river, and usually smallmouth bass, muskie, pike like to go here. Now I'm using the species of fish that I usually target where I fish. I'm not saying there's muskie or bass or pike in the Barnaby River. I don't know the species of fish. I'm just using it as an example. So that's what I usually like to do. Just go around like this. Now you see there's like a swampy area here. See there's maybe a little water outlet from that took into the river, so there could be a potential spot here if ever there's anyone going with a kayak. So that's what I usually do during my winter time. Look, the fallen tree here. There's a tree over here. Lakelands Road. There's probably a drop-off point here. You could probably park your car right around here. So if you have a kayak or a Zodiac, this is like a nice little place to drop off. And then right away you could probably catch a fish here. And usually on the bridges there's a good fishing spot. Another fallen tree here. That one there for sure, there's going to be some bass there. And so Au Cormier Road. I wonder if you guys could park down there. I don't see much. There's a lot of potential with all these fallen trees. So there's all these little fishing spots. But what I like to look for the most, so you see here, right here, Route 126, right down there, you could park. It even looks like you could put a boat down there. Don't know if it's a river where there's a lot of obstacles, so you probably can't go with a boat, but perfect for the kayak, electric motor maybe. Or me, like I like to fish with a Zodiac. See these little creeks here, what I like about them is you got peace of mind when you fish. There's less people, less pressure. And there's a lot of nice fish in little creeks like this. That's another nice spot right here. I'm surprised I haven't found much creek outlets right here, but it's not really. Could have some potential here for sure. But what I really like is a little running creek. Once I find one, I'm going to explain it to you why. I'm skipping a lot of good spots, but some of these bays here are definitely good. I mean, there's gotta be a real creek out there. They're right there. Looks like you got a little runoff creek here. So you got a little runoff creek here. With the current, you see the sandbar raised here. So I expect the current is going this way. So this little creek current is going to come out here. So you see the big predator fish, especially muskie, they like to hide in these locations here. So if you're fishing on a river where you know there's muskie and you haven't caught them yet, you're doing those 1,000 casts and they're not biting yet, what you want to look for is exactly this little creek outlet. Right there, I see that little sandbank. There's definitely a muskie or pike, walleye. Smallmouth bass too, but usually if there's a big muskie there, those other fish, except walleye, I noticed walleye could tolerate the muskie, but the northern pike are gonna be, if there's a muskie, the northern pike are gonna flee. But right here, I would put a save bar right there, and especially with these trees here, all good hiding spots. So that here would be good territory. So that's what I usually do. I look at these little creeks. Oh, look at that. There's a little waterway here. But, oh no, never mind. That's a ATV trail. Looks like here there's no water left, eh? Little rapids, I guess. There, right there. See, that's a little creek. But you know what I like about these little creeks? Is bait fish. You probably got the biggest little fish that's going to be in there is going to be like 6 inches long. You got fish that are 2 inches long. So that's just perfect right there. That little drop off right here. And that's what the predator fish, like a muskie, they're more lazy, eh? So what they're going to do is they're going to park around here like you guys seen in my previous videos where I've been fishing little creek drop offs. So you see, if I'd be able to reach there, park on, like, I don't want to tell you guys what to do, as I don't know the Route 126, but if you can make it to this location here, there's definitely some fish. This is a nice river. Right here, look at that. What is this? Is there a name to this creek? That's a larger creek. Right here, there's another little river that joins up. So definitely all around here, this bay, that point right there. If you look carefully, you see the difference in color. So you got a higher sandbank here. You're gonna have the predators that are gonna be hiding around here. And definitely some bait fish that's gonna be on this higher end here. So this is a good intersection. The guy living right here has a good fishing spot. See a little swampy area here, and right there, another intersection. You see the current turns like this. Took. Again, this is another spot that I'd fish. Promising little bait fish, so you for sure got some big bait, not big bait fish. You got some good predator fish here. And there could be fish all along the river too, you know, like behind a rock, fallen tree. But what I always look for first is creek runoffs. But you see, it's far. Like, how do I get there? It's far from a road, probably private property. What's over here? This is a railway. So you see, I'm finding spots, but there's not much access to get there, especially if you're going with a kayak, unless you're a resident and this is your land, like this farmer here. then he has access to that creek. But I mean, I like to look for stuff closer to the road, where I just park my car. Barnaby Road. Oh, another creek right here. Look at that. That's what I look for. So you see the line, so you know it's a nice little creek that comes off from the forest over there, the fields. And all those little bait fish are going to climb up right in there. Again, there's always a sandbank because of the current. Probably in the spring when this water is stronger, it's going to bring all its sand. Always creates a sandbank. You want to fish around that sandbank. Around here too, looks like the water could come down. So all this right here is a good location. And probably private property, but there's definitely someone using this area here to get to the river. Most likely private property, but this person here has close access to a good fishing spot right there. Another little creek right here. Yeah, this one looks like a good creek too. It's the drainage from farmlands. So that's what it is. And there's definitely minnows, little minnows, and I really like the look of this creek. This one here, I really like the look of it. It has a good water system coming out. Definitely a hole of fish right here. Definitely a predator fish right there. Good fishing spot. And looks like there's something else right here, but it doesn't look as promising. But it's definitely where I would cast my line to see. But that one here, there's definitely a good current coming out. Good spot. Barnaby Road. It looks like you have to cross private land. Make sure you ask permission. I really like some of the locations I'm finding. Usually what I would do if this was anywhere near my house or an hour drive, 2-hour drive, I could go up to 3-hour drive from home to try locations like this. I would always strategize to make sure I could bring my Zodiac or my kayak. Another nice little creek here. So now you see here, you got that spot here. You got the other spot over there, right here. So now we're talking about a place where we could maybe bring the kayak down if you have permission from a farmer or a resident. Or maybe parking along the street here, you could go by the bridge. You already have a few promising spots to catch a few fish. This is exactly what I do, looking closer to home. Oh, there's a nice water runoff right here. I like that one. Looks like it has a good current. A little rocky though. It could be hard to fish. But maybe right here, along where my mouse is, right there you could have the stack of big fish. The minnows have a lot of getaway though. But this here is a good hole. Definitely a good hole. I like it a lot. And again, we're not too far. Well, it could be a good distance from that bridge. 200 meters is okay, no, from that bridge, 200 meters, 400 meters, 600, 800. I'm talking about a good 1,200 meters, a good kilometer, over a kilometer. Kilometer isn't that bad. In one day, you can hit those 3 spots. And probably even catch some fish along the way, because there could be fish anywhere, right? Another little creek outlet here. And there we go, into Cushman Brook. The Barnaby River comes to an end. Striper Fishing and Hunting Lodge. So this here would be the Miramichi River, I believe. So you see, you could probably even have striped bass in those holes over there. Yeah, there we go, Southwest Miramichi River. So that's what I said in the beginning. I look for little creeks like this that discharge into a larger water system. Now we know the Miramichi has a good reputation for striped bass, and to be honest with you, I haven't been on that river yet, so I don't know the other species. I didn't do my homework. But whatever big predators in the spring and in the fall, when they want to fatten up, they're gonna climb up these creeks to go hunting. These little rivers they're gonna climb up to go hunting into these holes here, depending on water level if they can make it. But this is pretty much what I do. I would have put some flags, I would have saved, find where I could go down, or ask permission from a resident that has a piece of land. You'd be surprised, sometimes they say yes. So that's what I do. I like to look for those little creek drop-offs into those little rivers, and that little river has to make it to a bigger water system where you know there's big fish. And as you guys could see in my channel, what you guys could see is that I usually catch them nice muskie, pike, walleye, and they're all in little creek discharges. I do my homework before going, and I tend to have a lot of success. So if you guys like this tutorial and want more, please let me know in the comments. It's the first time I do this type of video. Hit that like button and subscribe for the support. I'd really appreciate it. And I'll see you next time on the water. Take care, everyone.